And we're going to look at cough now. Cough makes two sounds. Remember, bait makes two sounds. It made b when it had the dot, and it made v when it didn't have the dot. And cough is similar to that. Cough says k, like in king. Everybody say it, k. Or it says ch when it doesn't have the dot. Okay, so it's k with the dot and ch without the dot. Everybody got that? All right. Then you'll notice that the cough comes right after the letter yud. Remember last week we did yud, and the yud was a closed fist, and it meant mine when it was at the end of a word. And the cough also will come at the end of the word, you're going to see in a minute, but it's an open hand, and so it's for you. It's open for you or closed for me or mine, okay? So the yud is closed, the cough is open. The cough, but both hands are meant for work, and that's the thing we want to hold on to. We are to be working. We aren't just to be receiving, we're to be giving. That cough is an open hand. Cough looks a lot like a bait, and both cough and bait are for work. They're both relating to construction of some kind. How do we show that we're busy being workers? Well, for one thing, we should be loving one another. And a lot of times we love one another by the things we do for one another. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, so when you're reading, I just want you to notice that cough is curved and the bait is straight lines, okay? That's important to see. So notice the curved lines and the straight lines of cough and bait, because when you're reading along, they can look a lot alike. Okay, when cough is prefixed to the beginning of a word, here we have the word melech, which is king, and here we have the word k-melech. So when we attach it to the front of a word, it's going to be like a king, okay? It's not going to be a whole different separate word. They all become one word. What were some other letters that we attached to the beginning of words? Remember, we attached the hey to the beginning of a word, and it means the, whatever it's attached to. When you attach a bait to the beginning of a word, it means in. So it could be ha bite in, or the house, or it could be b bite in the house. All right, so we have 3 letters now that we know we can attach to the beginning of a word, and they have a specific meaning. All right, now cough is the first letter that also has a final form. In English, we have a capital and a lowercase for every single letter in the alphabet, right? But in Hebrew, we have only 5 letters that have 2 forms. Cough is the first one. So we have this cough that looks kind of like a C, and this one will appear anywhere in the word unless it's the last letter. If it's the very last letter of a word, it's going to take this form. And you just begin to write it like this, but instead of curving up, you just straighten out that bottom part. So this is called the final form, or technically it's called the Sophite form. It doesn't matter. It's the final form. All right, so here is an example of how that would work. Here's the word chesed, and that means loving kindness. But if you have a cough at the end of the same word, chesed, though the vowel points changed, it's still the same word, you'd have hasadecha. And that ka, this is loving kindness. Now this means your loving kindness, okay? Remember, yud is mine, cough is yours. So if you see that cough at the end of a word like this, it's going to mean your. Everybody understand that? Okay, good. All right, let's do some reading with this letter. Everybody remember the vowel points? Let's just review a little bit before we even try to read these words. Remember what this dot under a letter is going to say? E. This, when it's 2 dots on top of each other, it's just the sound of the letter above it, No change of any kind. A single line is ah. The line that looks like a T is ah. 2 dots is a, ah. What's the dot above? O. Excellent. And one of these words right here, got a little smudged, you're going to see, I don't know. We'll just do this. Okay, these two are going to work together. So you're going to say k, vo, and these two are going to work together. Da. All right, because the hey at the end is going to be silent. But we'll get to that last. Okay, so let's start here. He, I didn't teach you how to write them. Do you want to practice writing them? All right, let's practice. Okay, so the cough is just a single stroke. You're going to start slightly below the line, curve up, and curve down. And it's just like a C. Okay? So just, again, curve up, curve down. And then the final cough is the exact same formation. You curve up and down, but instead of coming back around, you just come down straight. So you curve up and down and come down straight. Okay, and that's how you write the cough. And how many forms does cough have? 2. When it's at the end, what does it mean? Yours. Excellent. When it's at the beginning, what's it mean? Like or as. Let me write it for you. Like or as. And when it's at the end, it's yours or you. Okay? All right, so let's read these words. This first word means to afflict, and it's the hey, so it's heek, ah, he-ka. Everybody got that? He-ka. All right, and that means to afflict. The next word, it's the k sound, so it's going to be ka-vade, kavade, and that means heavy. The next one is the same letters with slightly different vowel points, and it's going to be ko-vade, and that means heaviness. Okay, the next one, this one means priest, so it's ko-hain. This is a final noon. I just put that little N there so you could see the sound that that makes. Ko-hain is priest, and kavuda is baggage. Kavuda, baggage. And that is our amazing cough. So hope you enjoyed the class. Thanks for being here.